All right, folks, buckle up. Today, we are diving headfirst into AI.
Ooh, exciting.
It really is, and it seems like AI is everywhere these days, but
That is a hot topic.
what's the reality, behind all the hype?
Yeah.
I'm the deets guy, and I'm here to get to the bottom of it all.
Wonderful.
And to really grasp this whole AI revolution, we need to understand its beating heart, which is machine learning.
Absolutely. Machine learning is the engine that powers a lot of what we see and hear about AI.
Yeah, so consider this our deep dive into machine learning,
Yeah.
going beyond the jargon,
Love it.
getting straight to the fascinating stuff. And lucky for us,
Yeah.
we've got a true AI expert right here with us
Happy to be here.
to guide the way.
There's so much excitement around AI.
Yeah.
But it can be a bit of a head scratcher, too.
Right. I used to picture AI as some sort of all-knowing mystical force,
Yeah.
it just magically knew everything.
That's a pretty common picture I think people paint.
Yeah.
But in reality, machine learning is much more down to earth. It's not about some sort of pre-programmed genius.
Right.
It's about learning from data, lots and lots of data.
Okay, so no magic wands involved.
No magic wands.
But how does a machine actually learn? That's the part that really mystifies me.
Think of it like teaching a dog to fetch.
Okay.
You throw the ball, the dog chases after it, and if it brings it back, you give it a treat
Uh-huh.
with repetition and rewards.
Right.
The dog learns to associate fetching with a positive outcome.
So it's all about repetition and reinforcement for the dog.
Yes.
Is that how ML works too?
Precisely. Machine learning algorithms learn from examples and get feedback on their performance.
Okay.
It's like a cycle of try. Feedback, adjust, try again.
I see.
And just like our furry friend gets better at fetching over time, machine learning models improve their accuracy as they process more and more data.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
So it's not about programming a machine with every possible answer,
right.
but teaching it to learn from experience, just like we do.
Exactly. And the beauty of it is that as they see more examples,
They start recognizing patterns and relationships within the data that we humans might not even notice.
wow.
That's how they get so good at making predictions and decisions.
Okay, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So let's break down how this learning process actually happens.
Okay.
What are the steps involved in training a machine learning model?
You can think of it as a four-step process.
Okay,
First, you need data and lots of it.
right. Makes sense.
Think of it like teaching a child with flashcards.
Yeah.
The more examples they see,
Uh-huh.
the better they learn.
So what happens after we've gathered all this data?
Then comes the training phase.
Okay.
This is where we feed all that data to the machine learning model.
Okay.
Think of it as the model's school time.
All right.
It dives into that data,
Mhm.
looking for patterns and connections.
So the AI is basically like a super-powered student cramming on all this information,
Exactly.
searching for those hidden links.
It's looking for those aha moments, those insights that help it understand the underlying structure of the data. And after the AI has finished its studying, how do we know if it's actually learned anything?
That's where testing comes in.
Okay.
We give the model some fresh, unseen data and see how well it performs.
All right.
It's like a pop quiz to check its understanding.
So if the AI gets a few questions wrong on the quiz, what happens then? Do we send it back to the books?
Sort of.
Yeah.
We go back to the drawing board and fine-tune the model, adjusting the algorithms or providing more relevant data.
Right.
It's an iterative process of training, testing, and improving until we get the desired accuracy.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
So it's not like setting a machine loose and hoping for the best.
Right.
It's about carefully guiding its learning process
Yes.
and ensuring it's on the right track.
Precisely. And this careful nurturing is how we get AI systems that can do amazing things.
Yeah.
Like filter out spam emails, personalize our news feeds,
Right.
and even detect diseases earlier than ever before.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense now.
Good.
So it's all about patterns and data. The AI isn't actually thinking like a human.
Right.
It's just incredibly good at spotting those patterns
Yes.
and using them to make decisions.
Exactly.
Now, it's worth noting that not all machine learning is created equal.
Right.
Just like there are different ways humans learn,
Yes.
there are different approaches to machine learning.
That's right.
Oh, interesting. I was just wondering if all machine learning is the same or if there are different types.
Yeah.
So what are the different flavors of ML out there?
Well, the three main categories are supervised learning, unsupervised learning,
Okay.
and reinforcement learning.
Okay, let's unpack those.
Sure.
What's supervised learning all about?
Think of it like teaching a child using flashcards.
Okay.
You show them a picture of an owl and tell them it's an apple.
Uh-huh.
In supervised learning, we feed the AI labeled data.
Right.
That means we provide the input, like the picture of the apple, and we also tell it the correct output or label,
Okay.
which is apple in this case.
So it's like learning with a teacher,
Yeah.
getting clear instructions and feedback along the way.
Exactly.
So what about unsupervised learning?
Unsupervised learning is more like giving a child a big box of Lego bricks without any instructions.
Oh, okay.
It's about exploring, experimenting, and finding patterns without specific guidance.
Right.
The AI learns without labels, uncovering hidden structures within the data.
Okay.
Imagine you have a basket of different fruits, and you start grouping them by color or size without knowing their names.
This is like a detective,
Yes.
piecing together clues and uncovering hidden relationships in the data.
Exactly.
And what about reinforcement learning?
Reinforcement learning is all about trial and error, rewards, and penalties.
Okay.
Think about training a dog.
Right.
You give it a treat when it performs a trick correctly, and maybe a gentle no when it doesn't.
Wow.
In this type of learning, the AI interacts with its environment, taking actions, receiving feedback, and learning from its mistakes to maximize rewards.
I can see how that would be useful for things like teaching robots to navigate a complex environment. They learn by doing, making mistakes, and adapting their behavior based on the feedback they receive.
Exactly. It's about learning through interaction and experience.
Yeah.
A classic example is DeepMind's AlphaGo, the AI that beat world champions in the game of Go.
Wow.
It learned to play at a superhuman level by playing millions of games against itself, figuring out winning strategies through trial and error.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
It's mind-boggling how AI can master such complex games. But okay, we've got a good grasp on how machine learning works and the different approaches it takes.
Yeah.
Now, I'm curious, where is all this actually being used? It feels like AI is popping up everywhere these days.
You're absolutely right. Machine learning is weaving its way into a tapestry of industries, changing the way we do things from healthcare to entertainment.
Okay, spill the beans. Give us some juicy examples of how machine learning is making waves out there in the real world.
Right. Let's start with something that's close to everyone's heart. Healthcare Google's DeepMind is using AI to detect diseases faster and with greater accuracy than humans in certain cases.
Whoa, that's incredible. So AI is like a superhero doctor, helping to save lives and keep us healthy.
It's a powerful tool, for sure. Think of it as a superpowered assistant for doctors, helping them make quicker and more informed decisions.
That's amazing. What else? I bet there are loads more applications out there.
Absolutely. Let's move on to finance. AI is being used to combat fraud by identifying suspicious transactions. Remember, all those times you get a text from your bank asking if you just made a purchase. That's likely powered by AI working behind the scenes to keep your money safe.
So AI is like our personal financial watchdog, keeping an eye out for any funny business.
Precisely. And how about this? In retail, AI is personalizing your shopping experience. Remember how sometimes you feel like Amazon knows exactly what you want even before you do? That's AI at work again, analyzing your shopping habits and recommending products you might like.
Okay, that is a little bit spooky, but I have to admit I do love a good recommendation. It's like having a personal shopper in my pocket.
Right, and then of course we have self-driving cars. Companies like Tesla and Waymo are at the forefront, using machine learning to teach cars how to navigate roads and traffic, making autonomous driving a reality.
The future is here. It's mind-blowing to think that cars could drive themselves one day. Okay, hit me with one more cool application.
Let's get creative. AI is being used to generate new music, create stunning artwork, and even write scripts for Netflix shows.
Whoa, AI writing scripts for Netflix. That's both fascinating and a bit unnerving. So it's not just about crunching numbers and making predictions, it's also tapping into creativity.
It is, and that's what makes this field so exciting. Machine learning is pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible, blurring the lines between human and machine creativity. It's a bit like having a creative collaborator who can explore endless possibilities.
I can't wait to see what AI comes up with next.
Yeah.
But okay, while all of this sounds incredible, are there any downsides to machine learning?
It's important to remember that machine learning, like any technology, is a tool, and it's not without its limitations. We need to be mindful of these as we continue to develop and integrate AI into our lives.
So what are some of the challenges we need to be aware of when it comes to machine learning?
One of the key challenges is data dependency. The effectiveness of a machine learning model hinges on the quality and quantity of the data it's trained on. If the data is incomplete, inaccurate, or biased, the AI's output will reflect those flaws. It's like baking a cake. If you use bad ingredients, you won't get a delicious result.
So garbage in, garbage out, as they say.
Exactly. It's a good analogy. And another crucial factor to consider is the potential for unintended consequences. Machine learning models can be incredibly complex, and sometimes it's difficult to fully understand how they arrive at their decisions. This lack of transparency, sometimes referred to as the black box problem, can raise concerns, especially when AI is used in sensitive areas like healthcare or criminal justice.
So we might not always know exactly how the AI came to a conclusion, even if the outcome seems accurate. That sounds like a potential issue, especially if those decisions have a significant impact on people's lives.
You're spot on. Transparency and accountability are crucial considerations as we develop more sophisticated AI systems. We need to ensure that we can understand and explain how these systems work, particularly when they're making decisions that affect human lives.
It sounds like a delicate balance, harnessing the power of machine learning while ensuring it's used responsibly and ethically.
It certainly is, and that's why ongoing research, open discussion, and collaboration are so important. We need to work together to navigate these complexities and shape the future of AI in a way that benefits humanity as a whole.
Absolutely. It's clear that machine learning has the potential to revolutionize countless aspects of our lives,
Right.
from healthcare to entertainment and beyond. But we need to be mindful of the challenges and ensure that we're developing and using AI responsibly. It's a powerful tool, and with great power comes great responsibility.
Couldn't agree more. And it's a responsibility we all share, from the developers who build these systems to the users who interact with them every day. We need to approach AI with both excitement and caution, embracing its potential while staying aware of its limitations.
Well said. Now, before we wrap things up, I want to leave our listeners with something to chew on. You've given us a fantastic overview of machine learning, what it is, how it works, the different types, its amazing applications, and the challenges it presents.
It's been quite a journey, hasn't it? From those early misconceptions of AI as some magical force to understanding the real mechanics behind it. It's fascinating how far we've come.
It really is. And it's clear that machine learning isn't just a buzzword. It's a transformative force that's shaping our world in profound ways. But here's the big question. What does all this mean for our listeners out there? What's the key takeaway from all of this?
I think the most important takeaway is that machine learning is not science fiction. It's happening now all around us, and understanding how it works empowers us to engage with it more thoughtfully and make informed decisions about how we want AI to shape our future.
Yeah, it's a bit like we're standing at a crossroads, isn't it?
That's a great way to put it.
We have this incredibly powerful technology in our hands,
Yeah.
and it's up to us to decide which path we want to take.
We have a responsibility to ensure that AI is developed and used in a way that benefits all of humanity, not just a select few.
Absolutely. It's about making conscious choices and asking the right questions along the way, and that's where our listeners come in.
Exactly. We need everyone to be part of the conversation, to be informed about the potential and the pitfalls of AI, and to engage in thoughtful discussions about its impact on our lives.
We talked about some pretty mind-blowing applications of machine learning:
Yeah,
disease detection, fraud prevention,
it's been quite a ride.
self-driving cars, even AI-generated entertainment.
Yeah,
But what are some of the other areas where machine learning could make a real difference in the years to come?
oh, the possibilities are endless. Imagine personalized education tailored to each student's unique learning style, or AI-powered tools that help us combat climate change by optimizing energy consumption or developing new sustainable materials.
It's like we're on the verge of a new era of innovation where technology can help us solve some of the world's most pressing challenges.
Precisely. And it's not just about solving problems, it's also about enhancing our lives in countless ways. AI could help us connect with each other more meaningfully, make our cities smarter and more efficient, and even push the boundaries of artistic expression.
It's exciting and a little bit daunting all at the same time,
Yeah.
but I think that's what makes this whole AI revolution so captivating.
Yeah,
It's a journey into the unknown,
it is.
and we're all figuring it out together.
I couldn't agree more. And the more we learn about AI, the more we realize how much potential it has to shape a better future. But that future isn't predetermined. It's up to us to shape it, to guide it, to ensure that AI serves humanity and helps us create a world where everyone can thrive.
So to all our listeners out there, stay curious, stay informed, and stay engaged in the conversation about AI. It's a topic that's going to affect all of us in the years to come. So let's make sure we're shaping it in a way that aligns with our values and aspirations.
Absolutely. And remember, the future of AI is not something that's happening to us. It's something we're creating together.
Beautifully said. And on that note, it's time to wrap up this deep dive into the heart of AI.
It has been a pleasure.
We've covered a lot of ground, from the fundamentals of machine learning to its transformative applications and the ethical considerations we need to keep in mind.
It has been fantastic exploring the power and potential of AI.
I've learned so much, and I hope our listeners have too. If you're as fascinated by AI as we are, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep those conversations going.
Because the more we understand about AI, the better equipped we'll be to navigate the exciting and sometimes challenging road ahead.
This has been the Deep Dive, folks. Until next time, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep diving deep into the world of fascinating topics.
See you on the next dive.